Hey, what's going on, everyone? I'm back to share with you what I would deem as a slightly more intermediate to advanced tactics for managing your Google My Business account. So I wanted to start off by highlighting one of the top areas that you can participate in keeping your Google My Business listing fresh, up to date, and strategic. So as you can see on my screen, I'm logged into Google My Business on the back end, and I'm going to go on the navigation under Home to Posts. Now, posts are just what they sound like. They're basically a blog or a news piece or an update. It really can take any sort of form, but you want to post something that's going to be relevant to your practice and also of interest to someone who is searching for your legal services. So as you can see here, this has been updated recently and frequently as well. And you have the ability to add an offer, events, or other updates. You'll find that the GMB profile will almost serve as basically a secondary website if you think about all of the different things that we're able to add to this property. So if we go to the front end and I do a search for this law firm, what we're going to find on the front end is these posts are published to the public. And you're going to find a link, if you set it up this way, a link back to the website. And in general, you want to make sure that you're keeping these posts to a short and succinct length on Google My Business. And again, this just provides more relevant information for the people searching for your services to look at. Okay, so to add a new post, what you're going to want to do is click over here on this blue button. And you're going to want to select what type of post you're going to create. So this has been updated recently because of COVID-19, but if you want to post something that is more general to your firm, I would recommend what you use is the what's new option. So here you can share news such as a blog or promote something such as a video or a live stream that you may have done. And for this type of post, we're going to use what's new. And you can either copy and paste directly into this location what your copy is going to be. So copy goes here, and again, a short and succinct message. It can be up to 750 characters, and you're going to go ahead and place that right here. You can just copy and paste it, and then you're going to be able to add a photo, a button, as well as a link to that button, generally a practice area page or a blog or whatever the case may be. So you can also enable a way for people to go ahead and call you right from that post, which is another great feature. So let's just look for the call to action. In this case, we'll just do learn more, and then you would put the link to the website or the specific page on your website, and then you can preview that particular post by just clicking the preview button. And I'm not going to publish it right here, but when it's ready to publish, you would simply click publish. So I'm going to go back to the front end of a Google My Business. And we talked about having this great stuff up here, as far as the reviews, the pictures, all of the firm information, a link to the website. But as you can see, having these essentially news stories or blogs on your Google My Business profile really kind of, treats this property as another micro website. And it's just really good information to have, especially when somebody is looking for information when they're looking to hire an attorney such as you. So it's just really good to keep this active, and you're going to want to post frequently. You don't want to just be one and done. You're going to want to stay active in here and keep your posting happening on a regular basis so that fresh content appears on the front end here whenever searchers are looking for you. So that's just a brief overview of post. I'm sure you're already formulating some ideas about ways that you could promote your firm through content, and I would highly encourage you to think about how you can integrate this into your marketing plan as soon as possible, because Google is going to look at this, and so do potential clients. The way that Google looks at your content is noticing, how often are they making these updates, and with what amount of frequency, and do I meaning as in Google, do they feel confident in sending traffic your way because you've updated so frequently and keeping this information active? So the other thing that Google likes in these posts are the words that you're using, the keywords that we're using. And in this case, we're looking at a divorce and family law firm. And putting different keywords in these posts that are relevant to your practice area will further make Google confident about sending traffic your way. That really helps you rise up in the search engines and helps you get more exposure and traffic as well. So the next area that's really key and a big focus for us whenever we talk to a new law firm about strengthening their marketing is the review section. So I'm back at the Google My Business dashboard. We're going to scroll down to reviews and click right here. And you can take a look at all the reviews that have happened here inside your reviews tab. And you can also manage your replies and the ones that you have not replied to also. So this is a really good tool. Another good opportunity. And this is sometimes a challenge, not only to get the reviews, but to have clients use keywords that are relevant to your firm. But if you can have that particular client use specific keywords, it helps Google understand what your business is, what your areas of practices are, and just kind of further helps in your placement in the Google My Business. So I would encourage you not only to put a big focus on getting people to write you reviews, but also, if at all possible, to have them use those specific keywords in there. So the other way you can boost this even further is managing the reviews. You can come in here and hit reply on those reviews. And this is really important, whether it's a positive review, a negative review, or indifferent review. And that's just another really good way to have a really rich back and forth review section. And again, this includes responding to any potential negative review that may be out there. And this is helpful for potential clients who might encounter a negative review and the online credibility that you have. All right, so what we're going to do is just quickly go back to the front end of a Google My Business profile. And what we're going to see right here is all of those reviews that are showing up. So in this case, this firm is looking really strong here with 100 Google reviews and a 4.8 average. Now, it's not reasonable to think that 100% of your clients are going to leave a five-star review, but in this case, a 4.8 is a very strong review profile, especially for how many reviews that they have. So one other thing to keep in mind is keep them fresh and recent. You don't want to just have reviews from several years ago, and do what you can to regularly encourage and drip those reviews out. So that's something that's going to really enhance that trust between you and your clients. Okay, so we've covered posts, we've covered reviews, and the last one I wanted to talk about was insights. Now, I fully understand that graphs, data, analytics can sometimes be a little confusing, a little overwhelming, but it's just really powerful to be able to see the impact that optimizing your Google My Business can have on the activity your law practice is seeing. So as you can see, I'm at the dashboard. What I'm going to do is click on Insights, which is right here. So we're looking at data over the course of 1 month, and we're going to go over some of this, but there's just a lot of really good data right here. So in this 1 month time frame, we can see that there have been 6,757 searches, and of those, if you go to this little sliver right here, 45 have been what we call branded, which are essentially people who are searching for a brand related to your business. And a good portion, looks like 4,067 have been direct visitors, which are people who find your business listing searching for your business name or address. So essentially people who already know who you are. But a good percentage, nearly 40% of these nearly 7,000 searches are discovery searches. So people who find your business listing searching for a category, product, or service. So in other words, somebody who does a search online for a family lawyer and they stumble across your Google My Business listing, and that firm now has the opportunity to potentially see that client as a lead. So if you scroll down, again, more information, I wanted to talk about customer actions, and we can tell from those visitors, 68 have requested directions to the law office. Now, if you remember on the front end in the Google My Business, we have all this great information, and users have the ability to ask for directions. And then we also saw 57 phone calls last month or in this month time frame from the Google My Business listing. So just really powerful data and analytics. So that's really the power of being able to enhance this, putting in keywords, using posts as a way to engage these folks when they do land upon your Google My Business listing. So I just want to encourage you to take a look and maybe look at your baseline and see where you're at and see how optimizing your Google My Business kind of impacts all of this data that we're looking at. And once you have that baseline, don't be afraid to create more content, share more posts, keeping those reviews up to date. This is really what's going to separate you from what your competition is doing and really increase that engagement and conversion that's happening online and on your Google My Business profile. So in summary, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. We have covered a lot of information here, and we want to make sure that you're leveraging and using this tool for your law practice and taking advantage of all the exposure that's happening on Google.